Philippine vessels once again tried to provoke trouble at Ren'ai Reef on June 17, but this time the provocation met with China's newly released administrative law enforcement procedures for Coast Guard agencies, which came into effect on June 15. The China Coast Guard took control measures in accordance with the law, including boarding, conducting inspections, and forcibly drove them away. Philippine military claimed on June 18 that one Philippine soldier had suffered serious injury, while Philippine media reported, citing sources, that China Coast Guard seized 8 high-powered firearms from Philippine soldiers. Typically, seizing the other side's firearms is more sensational than someone being injured in a conflict. It is not ruled out that the report by Philippine media is false, but if it is true and the Philippine side is withholding the information from being publicly disclosed, it is very intriguing. The Philippines clearly hopes for the U.S. to send warships to the disputed islands and reefs and help them confront China. By provoking now, they are definitely trying to lay the groundwork in public opinion for such a scenario. However, I want to say that if the U.S. does so, it would be a big gamble and could escalate into a crisis between China and the U.S., impacting the entire region. Therefore, the U.S. must first consider how to end this situation, as Washington currently has very few chips to play in such a gamble. Despite the repeated hype of the Mutual Defense Treaty between the U.S. and the Philippines, China insists on firmly countering the Philippines' provocations, clearly because China has already prepared for various extreme situations. If the U.S. dares to intervene, the Chinese side will dare to launch powerful countermeasures and make them suffer the consequences. Since this is China's doorstep, if the situation escalates, Chinese side is prepared to bear any price until final victory is achieved with our strong will.